Tip-off goes to Connecticut. And here's Burke. Well, in a league of superstars, there's some fantastic players that get overlooked. Who would you say falls into that category for you guys?
You know, Lexi Hull, the wing, she doesn't light up a box score, but she's a really good defender who does the little things, makes the winning plays. Her plus-minus numbers are usually really good. And you also throw in, she's an excellent three-point shooter.
Well, I'm going to go with the point guard, Jordan Canada. You know, she's been an all-defensive team member, and she's just so good at running an offense.
Now here's Gustafson. Angsler the screen. This one for three. Carlton gets the bucket.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Here's Griner. That's her second shot and her second basket. My math says that's 2 for 2.
Not afraid to play rough and rugged. Griner shows the ability to power through contact.
Now here's Jones. Carlton's shot is off.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Pass to Nelson Adota. Burke, guarded by Jones. Here's Griner. Soft touch off the glass.
In the paint, Griner simply unstoppable. She's so tall at 6'9", but she also has lovely touch.
Now here's Jones. On the wing, Emily Angsler. Now here's Carlton. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
You know, some players you give that shot to, but let me be clear. She is not one of them. Terrible job by the defense.
Here's Morrow. Pass to Griner. Now Nelson Adota. Down low. Stolen by Jones. Carlton on the wing. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Now Morrow. Now Griner. They double team Brittany Griner. Pass to Morrow. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the triple.
Boy, not too much respect shown to her by the defenders.
Portland trailing. Now Jones. Now here's Carlton. Three-pointer. Griner with the rebound. And here's Connecticut. That one goes in for 2, making it look easy. She's now 4 for 4.
Well done to finish that one off.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Gustafson. Here's Carlton. Sinks the triple.
That's what I call pretty passive. Timely recognition as to where the open teammate was.
Now Nelson Adota. Burke. Now Nelson Adota. Shot clock at 6. And here's Burke. Rivers. And she can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Pass to Jones. Here's Gustafson. Screen by Gustafson. Jones outside. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
That's terrific use of the bounce pass.
Pass to Nelson Adota. Burke, guarded by Jones. Now here's Griner. Over Gustafson. And again, it's Connecticut.
Honestly, when she hits from this area of the court, you might as well quit. It makes Griner almost impossible to stop. You just can't leave her out there.
And here's Carlton. Pass to Jones. Gustafson. Excellent D there from Brittany Griner. And Connecticut has possession. Inside. Here's Nelson Adota. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
You know, there are a lot of ways that the WNBA has influenced the NBA. And a big one was with the Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, that in-season tournament was a precursor to the NBA's by a few years. And it really just showed how much excitement and interest can be created.
I think it holds a special place for a lot of WNBA fans, the teams, the players, and fans. They all really enjoy the cup.
She's off on the first. And she's good on the second. Here's Jones. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Angsler.
Carlton on the wing.
Cans it from downtown.
This has been a thriller. You can't say enough about the way these teams have battled each other.
All signs point to this thing going all the way down to the wire. I'd be shocked if it ended any other way, Tim.
I'd certainly take that, Brian.
Now here's Griner. 10 points for her. Here's Morrow. Misses the layup. She had her with that pump fake, but couldn't make her pay. Jones outside. Griner with the rebound. Connecticut trailing.
And here's Morrow.
Pass to Griner. Now Burke. Screen by Griner. Let's go with a three. That one is off.
Even without that 3-ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Pass to Nelson Adota. Burke. Griner.
Covered by Gustafson.
Lays it up and banks it in.
Everybody on the floor is hot. It's incredible stuff here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams playing downhill, but somebody's got to cool off eventually, right, Tim?
I hope not.
Now here's Angsler. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Carlton. Nelson Adota with the rebound.
I guess even she misses those easy opportunities once in a while.
Pass to Burke. Takes the three.
And Carlton pulls it down. Portland with the lead.
Here's Jones. Now here's Angsler. Pass to Carlton. Launches a three. The Sun pull it in. To the middle. Griner.
Carlton defending.
Griner, good.
The combination of a long frame and a unique skill set make Griner such a tough cover for opponents.
Now here's Jones. Angsler with it.
Carlton on the wing. Screen by Gustafson.
Carlton's shot is off. Now here's Griner.
Covered by Gustafson. Pass to Morrow.
And here's Griner. Using the post moves to get the 2 points.
Fantastic pass. She made that a very easy bucket with the setup.
Jones outside, jacks up a three. Carlton's shot is off.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance, leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Carlton. Now Jones. Shot to stop the drought. Good on the three-point shot.
What a confident jumper by Jones. She's put work into becoming more consistent with her jump shot.
Here's Burke. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Reiner's shot's good.
She's made the most of her chances, hasn't she? She needs to keep on working to get these good looks.
She can't get that one. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Sun ahead, leading by 3. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And off we go. A close game now entering the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Sun so far?
The work they've done here early on the glass, it's been very nice.
Yeah, they've definitely established a good low post presence.
The Sun leading. And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
You have to make sure your feet are set. When you set those screens, they'll get you for it.
I thought maybe she was set. Now, I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think maybe they got that one wrong.
Pass to Sutton. Now Samuelson. Hits it from three-point range.
The pure stroke of Carly Samuelson has that super quick release. She's so accurate.
After bouncing in and out of the WNBA, Carly Samuelson has found a place in the league.
Yeah, her first 5 years as a pro, she was released or waived more than 10 times. Her shooting has always been elite, but Carly has really improved her overall game.
Miller banked in off the glass.
The persistence paying off. Miller is not afraid to go after those offensive boards.
Pass to Samuelson.
Right here.
To the inside. And that one's good. Smalls.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rack against the taller defender.
But when you're on the wrong end of the size matchup like she was, aggressive play is the only way to get it going. That's too good a look to pass up there, despite the result.
Portland with the ball.
Pass to Sutton. Now Smalls. She's covered by Edwards. There's a screen for 3. Rebounded by the Sun. Quarter 2, and we're about 2 minutes in. Right side, Miller. Out to the right wing. Shoots a 3. And Samuelson pulls it down. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Sutton. From the arc, bangs home the trifecta.
And while Sutton doesn't shoot it great from 3, she does make enough of them to make the defense respect it.
Here's Miller. Let's go. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now Sutton. Back to Samuelson. For 3. Miller grabs the miss. The Sun trailing. here's Petty. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Count it. Good.
How about the fearless nature of Shea Petty? Mixing it up down low.
And just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. From downtown, that one falls. Her second basket of the game. She is now 2 for 3.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
From past the arc.
Rebounded by Portland.
To the paint. And here's Smalls. Got her with the pump fake, just couldn't finish. From deep. Nice shot by Petty.
And Petty reads defenses so well, she's skilled at understanding when to rise and fire.
Samuelson outside.
And again, Portland from deep.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Here's Petty. And the Sun hit again from deep.
A key make for Shea Petty. Those threes going in, it changes how you have to defend her.
Samuelson outside. Sutton. They set the pick. Pass to Samuelson. And the 3 off target. And Connecticut has possession. They trail by 1. Here's the 3. And the Sun hit again from deep. And here's Sutton. Pass to Samuelson. Another field goal for her. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller defender on her and took it straight to the bucket to the easy, too.
Now here's Miller. Edwards with the screen. No good on the 3.
Portland with the ball.
Pass to Samuelson. And a miss there on the triple. Now Petty. 8 points for her. Outside Miller. Edwards with the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Diamond Miller going in. And it's good. Fought through the contact. Hit the shot. And she'll go to the line.
Well, 2024 was the final season of Diana Taurasi's WNBA career, a player that many refer to as the GOAT.
Absolutely. I mean, the all-time leader in points scored, 3-time WNBA champion, 14 all-WNBA team selections, 6 gold medals at the games. The list just goes on and on.
Yeah, we could spend the entire game talking about what DT did. I mean, she inspired generations of players and fans while helping build and sustain the success of this league.
The second overall pick back in 2023, Miller has a lot of talent, and she's still building out her game.
Now here's Carlton. She's got 16. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get it off in time. The Sun making a switch here. The Sun with the lead. Pass to Griner. Now Nelson Adota. And here's Griner.
Covered by Gustafson.
Griner's shot's good.
She is definitely making her presence felt here in the first half, shooting it so efficiently.
Jones with it. Here's Gustafson. Carlton. Three-pointer. Nelson Adota with the rebound.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The team got lucky.
Here's Burke. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Reiner, good, and she's 10 for 10 from the field.
Good pass work. The assist was right on target.
Here's Jones. Pass to Gustafson.
Now here's Carlton.
Shot to stop the run. Jones, no good. Here's Burke. Guarded by Jones. And that one's good. Burke.
Good work to tack some more points onto this lead.
Some more possessions just like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead. They'll start to pull away.
Had to just be a little bit more aggressive and consistent offensively.
Now here's Carlton.
16 points for her.
And another miss by Portland.
And here's Burke. Pass to Griner. Stolen. And here is Jones. Angsler.
Haley Jones on the wing.
Knocks down the three ball.
Well, this is important to Jones' confidence. She needs to keep taking and making these threes.
Pass to Griner.
Nelson Adota.
Now here's Griner.
Covered by Gustafson.
A nice shot by Griner.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here's Jones. She has 6.
Now here's Carlton.
Jones. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from the high post. That one, no good. From deep three-point range. And so we wrap up the first half. The Sun on top, leading by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter going. The second half just about to get going here. We're seeing a tremendous game from Brittany Griner.
What I noticed more than anything about her first half offense was she didn't waste her opportunity. She made just about every good look she had.
And they were pretty much all good looks. I mean, her shot selection has been phenomenal throughout the game.
Portland trailing.
Jones outside. Pass to Angsler. Here's Gustafson.
Carlton on the wing.
The Sun pull it in.
You just assume she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
Griner.
Carlton defending.
From the corner. No good. Pass to Jones. And here's Enxler. Now Carlton from outside the arc. Nelson Adota with the rebound.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Pass to Burke. Yep, count it.
Every once in a while, she shows us some great moves around the hoop.
Portland with the ball.
It's a 10-point game. And we're just about a minute and a half into this third quarter of basketball. Jones drains it from beyond the arc.
I'm not the biggest fan of that shot, but guess what? He had the space to get it off, so why not?
Pass to Griner.
And out of bounds, Portland will take it.
Now Jones, 9 points in the game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Carlton's shot is off.
Surprising miss, wouldn't you say? I mean, she usually devours those wide open opportunities.
Pass to Nelson Adota. Morrow. Now Griner. She's guarded by Enxler. Rivers drills the three-pointer.
Very clever passing. She put that ball on a silver platter for her.
And the shot count. She's fouled. That's a chance for a three-point play.
The passing skill of Jones is off the charts, elite at picking out teammates.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes passed.
Pass to Morrow.
And here's Griner.
Covered by Gustafson.
Rivers. Off the mark there with the three.
Now here's Gustafson.
Guarded closely. Jones outside. Carlton.
Good, and Haley Jones getting the assist.
Well, that's her shot, guys, so you can't just give it to her. You've got to get up on her.
Pass to Griner. They double team Brittany Griner. Griner with the screen. 5 on the clock. Tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Nelson Adota with the rebound. The Sun with the lead. Pass to Griner. Here's Nelson Adota. Now Griner over Gustafson. Griner's shot is good.
Just an incredible display of athleticism. Now, Griner's active on both ends of the floor, and her coaches appreciate that.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Here's Gustafson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Back to Jones. Pass to Carlton.
Good, and Haley Jones getting the assist.
Well, you want to get back into a ball game, knock down threes. Another 3 from her, getting them that much closer.
Well, she knows all about that. I mean, most of her points have come on the three-point shot today.
Here's Burke. The tray. Here's Griner. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Well, with the wingspan of over 7 feet and 3 inches, Griner's got mad length, and she really knows how to use it.
Now here's Angsler. Pass to Carlton. The 3 is up. A rebound by Burke. And she was fouled in the act of shooting, an opportunity for a three-point play.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
The Sun making a switch here.
What's up?
Portland with the ball.
Trailing here by 8. Got a piece of it. Here's Burke.
Outside Edwards.
Pass to Burke.
Back to Edwards.
Just 5 on the clock. There's a screen. Rivers. The three-pointer is on target.
She's their go-to scorer, and when she shoots the ball like she has today, that is what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Now here's Gustafson.
Looking for her first basket still in this one. Jones outside. Will it go? The Sun pull it in.
And here's Burke. Edwards, covered by Gustafson.
Pass to Burke.
Back to Edwards.
There's the triple.
Gustafson with the rebound.
That's a look you can't pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Now Angsler. Gustafson. Here's Jones. Buries the long-range jumper.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Pass to Burke. Lets the 3 fly. That shot off.
Portland trailing.
Here's Jones.
And again, Portland from deep.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You'll love to see that.
Now here's Edwards.
Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass to Burke. Rivers. And again, Connecticut no good.
Portland with the ball.
It's a 5-point game. Now here's Jones. To the wing, right side.
Gustafson. Good. And Haley Jones getting the assist.
And they're really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has been really unstoppable of late.
Yeah, and I don't know why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but you know what they say, Tim, it's better late than never.
I'm happy because finally we got a good game.
Pass to Nelson Adota.
Crafty move.
Rebounded by Portland.
Yeah, remember that. And that's not an opportunity she fails to convert very often.
That ties it up.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead her to the rim with a pass like that.
And the Sun call time here.
Well, the coaches, they clearly don't like what's going on there, and they want to talk things over.
And why wouldn't they talk things over? I mean, really, you had to take a timeout there and just try to take away some of the opponent's momentum.
So both teams making some changes here.
Petty with it.
She's got 8. Six to shoot. To end the drought. She can't get it to go.
Portland with the ball. Pass to Sutton.
For the lead.
Edwards grabs the miss.
She may have been surprised to find herself so open. I mean, maybe that's why she missed.
Here's Petty.
They grab their own miss.
Reiner's shot is good.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebounding, effort.
It's 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Samuelson outside.
And she makes good on the layup.
Good job to create the easy bucket.
Here's Reiner. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Oh, that's an important shot going into the fourth. They've been losing ground and needed a big play to close out the quarter.
3 quarters of play and a close game here. Sun ahead. They lead by a bucket and will return shortly. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far.
Now here's Petty.
Reiner with the screen. From 17 feet out.
Rebounded by Portland.
Inside. Pass to Samuelson.
And here's Sutton.
To take the lead. She's off on that one.
Outside Miller.
Beyond the arc.
Here's Petty.
Lets it go from deep. And again, no good by Connecticut.
Pass to Sutton.
And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Now here's Samuelson. Screened by Carlton.
Samuelson's shot is off. The Sun leading. Fourth quarter now, we're just about a minute and a half in. Here's Petty. The three-pointer off the mark.
Samuelson outside. Sutton.
Fires for 3. Reiner with the rebound.
Edwards left side.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth here.
And Carlton pulls it down.
Down low. Count the basket.
Give credit where credit's due. Terrific assist inside.
And here are the Sun.
A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it. And again, Connecticut no good.
Pass to Sutton.
And here's Samuelson to take the lead. Carlton gets the bucket. The Sun trailing. Now a timeout called by Connecticut.
You look at Carlton, and she's been playing really well.
She is on fire from beyond the arc. They're giving her way too much room, and she's making them pay.
Around 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Edwards.
Now Miller.
Now here's Petty. Shoots the three. It's good from long range.
She had her head on a swivel and was able to still pick up the pass and get the assist.
Samuelson outside.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone in the fourth.
Even though she's little compared to the bigger players on the floor, she's done some tall work on the boards.
Pass to Petty. And Samuelson pulls it down.
You know, if the shot's not there for you, sometimes you just got to recognize it. Don't shoot.
Not quite sure what her mindset was there, but that was not a good shot.
And she makes that one. Now Petty. Pass to Edwards.
Here's Miller. She's guarded by Samuelson. Now Edwards. Now Nelson Adota. Carlton defending.
Yes, it's good.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Samuelson outside.
Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Sun.
Outside Edwards.
Pass to Griner. They double team Brittany Griner.
Miller.
Trying her luck from deep. A nice shot by Griner.
Man, oh man, if Griner gets going on her jumper, it's good night. Too many options for her offensively.
And here's Carlton. To the wing on the left. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the three right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Now here's Petty. Launches it. Add another make to her scoring column. Her 5th basket of the game, now shooting 5 for 11.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
So both teams changing it up here.
Portland trailing.
Jones outside. Here's Enksler.
Carlton on the wing.
They set the pick. Releases. Nelson Adota with the rebound. Pass to Burke. Nelson Adota. To the inside. And count the basket. She was fouled, and she's going to the line for one more.
One shot.
Really, the moment Brittany Griner steps on the floor, she's impacting the game because as an opponent, you have to react to her physical abilities as well as her skill and her touch as a scorer.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Angsler. From beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Sun. And here's Burke. Shot clock. Takes the three. Unable to get that one to go.
Now here's Gustafson.
Defense right on her.
Carlton up top.
Pass to Jones. Carlton.
Screen by Carlton.
Now Jones. The three.
Morrow with the rebound.
Here's Nelson Adota. Reiner. Pass to Nelson Adota. The 9-footers on the mark.
You know, I'd like to see more of that from her. She's been passing up on her shot a little bit more than usual. You know, even though she is hitting the ones that she takes.
Now here's Carlton.
The basket drops, and she gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up for her.
Very well executed pick to give her all types of space to get that one off.
And that one misses. The Sun leading. To the middle. Here's Nelson Adota. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
With her 6'7" height, Griner has such a nice view of the floor. She can spot open looks.
Carlton with it.
The three ball. No good that time. Now Nelson Adota. Pass to Burke. To the paint. They double team Brittany Griner. Rivers.
Rebounded by Portland.
Well, she didn't have a hand in her face, so I thought she was for sure going to bury that.
Now here's Griner. Nelson Adota. Pass to Griner. Nails the baby hook.
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it, just a tremendous all-around performance we've seen from them.
Yeah, Brian, it's been a treat to watch.
Now here's Carlton.
There's the three. The rebound by Brittany Griner.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Pass to Nelson Adota. Inside. And here's Burke. Puts up a three. Connects from three-point range.
I don't want to say that they're trying to run up the score, but they do keep adding up to that lead.
Well, if you won't say it, partner, I will. They're trying to run up the score here.
Thanks for saying that, Brian.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Jones. To halt the run. And the basket is good.
just powering through the contact. How about Jones making the basket and picking up the foul?
And the free throw, no good.
Hey, I got your help. Come on. Yo-Yo, quick back with me. Bring her open. Yo-Yo, by yourself, by yourself. Watch the roller.
So we see the Sun taking the W here. And they came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
They really did show some mental fortitude. They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up